Hi everyone, Annie from Stamp Anything here, and we are starting the new year also doing a little bit of bullet journaling. It's something that I like to do for myself, and sometimes I make my own doodles and things of that nature, and someone had asked me if we could do stickers. So we have a couple of sticker sets that will be coming out to help with bullet journaling. I do have a traditional planner, and then I also have my bullet journal. I like the bullet journal because I use it for doodling, and there's no wrong or right. I am not per se a traditional bullet journaler, as I don't probably use all of the correct practices that come with traditional bullet journaling. I just like to have fun with it, and I do it more as like a memory keeping type thing as well. So we are starting with our January 2025. I know I'm a little late in the game showing this to you because it's next week is January, but I will have the February one up ahead of time. These were the stickers that we created for January. It is Winter Penguins, and there are 3 sticker sheets that come in the set, and these are all manufactured professionally on uh, like a vinyl type sticker, and they are repositional, which is awesome. So in case you want to move something later, you can. But you have your main larger stickers that I like to use on my intro page going into my month. Then I have my monthly stickers for my calendar with the month, the days of the weeks, and then the numbers, and then the cutesy little element ones. So when I bullet journal, I do like the dot grid. Starting out, if you're new to bullet journaling, there's not a lot of tools that you need. I basically use a pencil and a ruler. I have a clear ruler, but my husband took it. I don't know where he put it. So I'll be using just a regular metal ruler. And then I use some micron pens. And then sometimes I'll get into stenciling or ink blending and things of that nature. So this would be my first landing page. So I'm going to skip this for now. We're going to come back. Actually, no, we can start it right now. So this is going to be my starter page, and I am going to be using some stencils that I have. And I have this really pretty snow stencil. I'm just going to go grab some of my inks that I want to use. I'm going to do it in a pretty blue. And let me grab some sticker tape just so I don't go over my pages. But basically all I'm going to do is I am just gonna, and I don't want my whole, I just want accent pages, accent areas to be stenciled. And I'm just going to cover up the edges because sometimes when I get too close, I'll end up catching that line and it looks horrible. And no matter how careful I am trying to do that, I always end up grabbing them anyway. So I'm just using Caribbean Sea ink. You can use any inks that you want. And I'm going to just lightly go in here because I don't want it to be blue. I want it to be a nice, soft blue. We can see there how it's going to look. Just going to add a little bit more, having it fade out a little bit. Then I can go ahead and remove that. And then I'm also going to want to put some, I think, in the opposing corner over here. So here we will put our tape down again. But I'm only going to be doing this area, actually. So you know what I better do because I will screw up. Because I always make mistakes. And especially when I'm recording, there's always bloopers in the Stamp Anything world when we do our videos. So again, I'm just going to ink this up. And get a nice blue coloring down. And then I have just a nice little accenty area. I'm going to reuse that stencil quite a few times. And then I'm just going to grab my January word and I'm just going to eyeball it in the center. And then I like the big penguins. I think he's adorable. And we'll just put him in the center as well. But then what I also like to do is just so it's not so flat looking, I like to take, let's see where my good pens, my other pens are. Where are my Tri Plus? Let's see if we have them. Okay, I am just going to use some fine liner pens, and I'm just going to take, I think, a gray one. Oops. Just a normal felt type pen. Ooh, let me put the ink lid back on here. And I'm just going to add lines to one side. It just gives it a nice little depth to some of the stenciled areas. And I'm just going to put it all off on the one side so it'll look a little bit more 3D-ish. And then I'm just going to do that quickly on all of these here. I'm just going to follow what I did on these ones just to kind of give it a little bit more dimension. Like I said, it just makes it not look that they're so flat. Unless you like that, and that's okay if you like that. I just like to add a little bit more to my pages this way. And I'll repeat this again on other ones as we go further along. And then for these little ones, I'm just gonna do it on the undersides of. So this is all optional, of course. You don't have to do any of this. That's what's great about the bullet journaling. You can make it your own, however you want it. But because I like to doodle in mine, I think that's why I always like to add these extra little things to my pages, because I would totally be, doodling all over this otherwise. So it just gives me a little bit more fun in doing this with my page. So we're nearly done. You can see how it just brings it all a little bit more to life. Okay, and nearly here, and just a little bit on these ones. Let's see this one, this one, this one. That's, oh, and then this little snowflake here. And it's just super, super cute. And that can take care of my page one. And then you can also go in, if you have brush markers or alcohol type markers, you can even shade around your stickers to just give it that little bit more of oomph. And you didn't have to even use gray. You can do a purple or however you want. So usually in mine, after I do my title page, is going to be my monthly calendar page. And then I go into my weeklies because I just like everything at a glance when I fill it in later. And I need my boxes to be probably a little bit bigger than maybe what other people would do. So most people do a 5x5 grade. I like to do a 6x6 grade. So for that, all I'm going to do is count 6 over. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to just put a little pencil mark there. So I know 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that would give me Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sunday. And then this could be my to do. And then what I'm going to do is, now that I know where the vertical lines are going to go, I need to see where my horizontal is going to go. And that's all dependent on you. Again, how much you like to decorate. If you like to have it thicker on the top or thicker on the bottom. I usually kind of go mine closer a little bit to the bottom with maybe 1 or 2 up from the edge, just in case I want to make like hills or grass when I'm doodling. So I'm going to go on my 3rd dot up, and this is where I'm going to start. So be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is going to be my first line is going to be that way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then, of course, depending on the month, you might need 5 weeks, 5 rows. So we're going to go up one more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That way. So now I know when I'm doing it, where these are going to line up. And I use the center as my one line here. And I usually put that one in first, just so that I visually can see where those lines are going to go. And then I know this end one here. And you can do this straight off with your micron pen if you want. I'd usually do it in pencil lightly, and then I go back in and erase it, especially just for the main box around. Actually, I like my clear ruler a lot better because I like to be able to see that I'm hitting all my dots correctly. But like I said, the hubs borrowed it, and he did not put it back in my drawer. Okay, so after you got your basic grid all planned out, you'll also need some micron pens or just really good felt tip pens. I like to use these. They're fade proof. These are from Ohuhu's, but I also use the standard micron pens. Let's see if I have one to show you. These ones, the actual Pigma micron pens. And I like these because there's archival ink in them, and they're also fade proof. So it's just personal. But like I said, even these ones that I had, which, you can get in all colors. My favorite ones are the Statler Tri Plus, but they're in my case that is underneath my desk right now, so I didn't want to go digging for them. But basically, they come in different point sizes. So then it's going to depend. Now, this is just a brush one, so I'm not using that. And then you have the different size nibs. So this is a 0.5, which is usually the standard one most people use. But if you like fine tip, then you're just going to go down in your number. So that's a 2. This one's a little larger with a 3. And then this is a larger one and a 7. So it just depends on how fine you want your lines. I'm going to use a 2 because I don't want it to be, you know what, actually, yeah, all right, we'll just do it in black. I was going to say, let's make it in blues. So, you know what, yeah, let's do it in blue. I don't know if this is going to be the right color blue, but let's try the blue. And then you're going to need a good eraser. And there's all kinds of erasers on the market that you can use. And I'm going to show you a few of my favorites that I use for different projects. And then I'll show you the one that's why this one's my favorite for bullet journaling. So you have Tombow comes out. This one's a sand eraser. This one's really good more like for ink because it's a little bit gritty and it'll get ink off the papers a little bit better. This is called the clean eraser. And what I like about this one is it doesn't like when you have a regular pencil. Let's see if I can get a regular pencil over here. A regular pencil eraser. See all the gunk that it leaves behind? This one doesn't leave as much, which I love. But this is my favorite eraser. And it's, I don't even, does it even have the name? Eraser line. I don't know. What I love about this one is it keeps it all together for the most part. So you just end up with like a strand of eraser marks instead of all the little nibs. So that's my favorite one. Let me see if it has the brand name. I guess it's just called Eraser. I got these off of Amazon actually. They came in a pack of 6. So maybe that's the name of them, eraser line. But they last forever. I've had them forever. And like I said, they're my favorite erasers. Okay. Sorry. Oop, I just hit the phone too. Let's go back now into making our lines. So I'm just going to be taking my blue this time and going over. And that's why I also love like colored felt tips, because then you can incorporate that into your design and your doodles as well. So I have them in like every color. Those of you that are maybe in my age group, you might remember back in the day, they were called the Le Pen brand. I still have them actually. Those were the first felt tip markers I think I've ever had in my life when I was a teenager. So I still love them. You can still get them, and they come in tons of colors. Then Statler has the Tri Plus, which are one of my favorites because they're archival safe, and you can get a pack that has a ton of different colors and different shades, which again, if you like doodling in your book, it's perfect. These are, I don't even know what brand, Studio 71. I think it was just some generic brand I found on an art supply store. So I picked them up because I'm one of those people that can't pass up office supplies. Um, some people like shoes and purses. I like pens and paper, so I have endless supplies of that. So whenever I see, even though I don't need pens, I just keep picking up pens. And then I have nowhere to store them, and then I have to go out and buy tons of pencil cases. um, but that's what I love. I just love pens, and I love the colors, and I love creating on paper. World, because I end up, and you see how it keeps a big chunk of that eraser all together. And that's what I love about this eraser. I'll show you, I'll do another one on the other page. Because my second favorite is the clean eraser, because that one leaves less residual markings as well. But I will link these below if I find the link again, because I bought them such a long time ago. But this one is really great because it gets in the little nooks and crannies. See, my thing is sometimes I doodle when I'm in bed at night. So if I'm in bed at night and then I have to erase things, the last thing I want is from a typical eraser, and then I'm going like this in my bed. So that's why I loved having this eraser here. Okay, but you can see this one doesn't do bad either. It keeps things pretty much gathered. And I mean, they just last forever. They really, truly do. But this is really my precious right there. Okay, so we have, the base of our monthly calendar here. And what I think I'll do is first let's go ahead and put our snowflakes on again. So I'm just going to grab that snowflake, and I'm going to kind of keep it so it's all a little repetitive with what we did on our first page, but I will go a little bit lighter in the areas if I know that's where I'm going to be putting my marks. So pretty. And then, you know what, maybe we'll put this, like maybe this way here. So we get some going up in the middle of our page. So again, this is just our latest type of videos. We're gonna try to be very consistent in our YouTube channel here and do our monthly planning, so you can see different ways you can make your planners, and hopefully you'll join us in our planner journey. And then this one, maybe I'll just put a little bit this way. But this is also just a great way to use up stencils that you have. Even dies, letter dies, alphabet dies are great, great for planners. If they're not, you know, humongously big, but if you die cut them off of like masking tape and then put them down and ink blend around them, you get a really cool effect on that as well. So we are going to lay down we'll put our days of the weeks down first. If you have tweezers and you're not, you know, you want to use tweezers, you can put them. And I'm just putting these on top of the line centered in my box. Now it's funny, I did a winter set. I live in Florida, so we don't really have winter. And I wasn't quite sure what to do for January. So I spoke with a friend and I was just like, you think penguins and snowflakes? And they were all for it. So that's why we did this as the theme for this month, because it's still wintry, but it's not Christmas. And if you don't have winter like me, you know, you could still think penguins are cute. So, okay. And this one, they say I put it a little crooked. So I'm just going to lift it up. Say easy peasy. And I will reposition it back down. And then this is my things to do, which we will put right over here. It's going to overlap just a little. Okay, so there's that. Now, what is the first day of January? Because that needs to be. So January 1st is Wednesday. So right here. So I'm just going to, and you could choose where you want to put these in your left corner, right corner, bottom corner, whatever. I tend to do right. Mm-hmm. And then I'm going to take my title and put that right here. You could, some people I know put their titles across the thing, but I don't like when stickers are in the center like that. So, you know, again, personal preference. Okay, so the next up is we just get to have fun and decorate. So I am going to take some of my other snowflakes. And I'm not going to use all of them because I do have other pages that I want to decorate. I think this little guy here, looking like he's sleeping on top of my things to do, would be really cute. Put him there. It is my sister's birthday on the 15th, so I'm going to put him right here. We will have other expansion packs later. That is just like a pack of all birthday, a pack of Shark Week, you know, those kind of things. So those things will be coming before long. And then we have this little guy. I'll just put him down here. But you can just continue decorating it as much as you want. So we have our first page and then we have our second. And how we did that, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put that in here as well. But I will speed up the video so you don't have to watch me do that. Add up more stickers in here, but I want to make sure that the other pages get what I want them to be. So now that we're going to do, I'm just going to show you how I do my weekly one. Where is, I do have a stencil that I use for this one. Let's see if I can find it. Okay, so these, oops. Okay, so these are some of the stencils that I have that, because I usually do the same style month to month. These are little, remember when I was saying I do a little calendar if I want to doodle a lot? This will be my overview calendar. That way I can like really doodle a lot. And I also use these as trackers. I have a square one and a circle one. But for my weekly spread, this is usually how I have my weekly spread. It'll give me Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then over here will be Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And then on the days that I have more stuff to do, I just branch out into these larger boxes. Where did I put the blue? Okay, so here we go for this one. And I just kind of line it up on one side with my my dots. Okay. Okay. And then, you know, I'll put in, you know, an M for Monday, a 2 for Wednesday, however I want. But we want to go ahead and again, I want to keep it all nice and uniform. So I am going to, this I'm going to very lightly go over. Actually, I'm not even going to re-ink my brush when I do this. I'm just going to use whatever residual ink is on here. I just want a hint of the snowflakes. I don't want, I just want it really light in here. Oh, my eraser got stuck on there. Just want a really light faint one. And because the there, I do have another stencil that I'm going to use as well. But since the colors aren't in here too, with the red, I might probably go over that circle actually with a red, or even I have darker blues, just so that it will stand out a little bit more. Now, normally I'm not talking this through when I'm doing it, so I do go a lot faster. So if you're sitting here being like, oh my God, this takes forever, it really doesn't. And again, just because, you know, I'm going through it to show you guys how I do it, but no biggie. And then again, we can decorate, and then, you know, you can also, you know, I like to make little doodads in my corners. It hides things like that. And then you can even doodle down with little loopsies. And then I will take other colors and I'll put in some dots. It just helps to break things up and hide. It really does. Hides any flaws that you may have done, but doodles are not about being perfect anyway. Doodles are all about fun, um, and just being very loose about what you're doing. And then we're going to take a different blue, and then I'll do this one in a blue. And then I'll take the red for my dots on this one. And just, you just kind of switch it up, but it's great. And then there's also some green in these stickers this month for trees. I just used reds and blues and greens basically as the accent colors. And then I do my pages because I know how I need them to be. Because again, like I said, for the most part, I do the same layouts month to month. Okay, and then I would have it here. I'm sorry, well, my weekly, daily, because this would be for week 1, Monday through, you know. So then I just count how many pages I actually need for that to go. So now we have our monthly. This would be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So this would be week 1, and then we would skip our pages, and then we would go to our next type of thing. So another one that I want to do is show you how sometimes I do my trackers. So this is another stencil that have snowflakes in it. So I thought this one would be, and it also has the trees, so that we could also do a monthly tracker, whether it's going to be your mood or whatever you need it to be. So on this one, you can, just doodle whatever you want it to be. Snowflakes are actually a pretty easy thing to doodle. Let me see if I have, oh, not that page. Let's see. Here, this was a practice page I was doing a while ago. So for snowflakes are really easy to doodle. You would have I always start at the dot. That would be like my center. And then you go out like, you know, for one of the spokes, whatever you want to call it. And then you go and make the little flaky things on it. And then you go across the other side and make those, and then you go diagonally shorter, and then diagonally shorter this way. And that is an easy snowflake, and you can see like even these pieces can connect if you line them up properly, and then you can even color that in solid. Otherwise you can just, do these kind and add little baubles at the end to give different things. But if you have stencils, you can trace and color them in, like that sort of thing. Or again, you can just ink blend them, and that's what we're going to do. The problem with that is there's going to be a lot of masking that we need on them. Okay, so we are going to, because I need 31 of them for January to do as a tracker. Oop, got a hair. Get that off. So I just need to make sure these are all gonna not. Don't want any of that to get in there. And, oh, you know what? That was, you know what? I'm not going to use the end one because then I'll end up with that line. Because I know me, I know how I stencil, and I always end up going off. So let me use the one in the center, because then that'll just guarantee me less of a mess up. All right. And so I'm just going to, and you know what? I might even throw some purple ones in here. So let's do 15 this way. Okay. And there's many different ways you can do trackers. What you will need is your legend down at the bottom. So if this is going to be like a mood tracker, you're going to make your legend of that you're happy, you're sad, you're depressed, you're lonely, whatever it would be. And then that's what you're going to put in your things, but also with the dates. So we're just going to number these, and we're just going to go 1, 2, and then you'll have your legend. So I'll just do it. Let's see. Okay. Legend. So we're gonna have happy, sad. Well, I guess happy, sad. I don't know what else I would. I don't normally track my moods. Honestly, I use my mood trackers mostly for my son, because he has autism. So we'll just do it for that. Days that he's happy or he's sad. And then what you want to do is some kind of symbol for it. So what I'm going to do is for happy, I will make sure that I put a heart in it. And for sad, I will put maybe I'll do it that I decorate the inside of the snowflake with a starburst. So that would be my January star tracker. Okay, but now we're going to go back. Let's add more of our stickers to these little guys because we still have quite a few of these left. Oh, and you know what? We can also make a fun, we can make a scene. You know what? All right, hold on. Let me put him back. Sorry, let's just decorate this one first. Well, all right, let's make our scene. I know I'm all over the place. Sorry. All right, let's make we're gonna make a little hilly scene. So we're just gonna make some hills. Okay, and oops. You know, let's put I have another stencil I can also use that has some trees. But we also have a couple of trees on our guys. But let's do, this guy is sliding down the hill. Maybe this guy is, oh, wasn't there one on, yeah, here he's on skates. This guy might be skating down here. This guy is just, no, I'll just make him, let's see, two of them together. Let's see him. He's just hanging out with this dude. And they're just having a good old time talking. And we'll have some of our snowflakes coming down. Okay. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to need green ink now. Green, green, green. So I have this stencil and this stencil. But I think I'm going to use these ones. So just going to, where did I just put the green? And we're just going, this one has so much open space, so I don't gotta worry as much of getting it where I don't want it to be. Just some cute little green trees we can put around our little snowbank here. And again, I live in Florida, so I don't know anything about snowbanks or hills for that matter. I live in the flattest state. But we need some trees up on these hills. So I'm just gonna put these all around here. Okay, cute. And then we are going to, where's our blue? Just gonna ink blend down here where our little fellas are. And then again, like I showed you before, I just like to add those dots, especially to break up lines. Just adds some texture into things, especially like where shadows would be, things of that nature. So we're just adding them here and there sporadically and organically. And then we can even take, like we did with our snowflakes, I'm going to just take a green and just go on the edges. Again, it just gives a little bit more dimensions to the stuff that you're putting down. Blue, you know what, we're gonna lightly add some onto the hills here. I probably should have done that before I put the stickers down. And of course I could have just picked the stickers up right now if I was thinking. And let's just get some blue sky, like so. And then we can put our pretties. We got this great little Hello Winter. Can go right in the center. So you can make, I mean, you could make this a 2-page spread as well. You can make it, you know, your birthday pages, if you know, list out that, whatever you want to make. But there's plenty of stickers in here for you to add more, get your pages done. Just super, super cute. Here's that little one that we had in the on our main page. I'll put him over here. And then I'm just going to fill in like this. This would be my Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. You could also put it in as, you know, oh, actually, the Monday is not. I should have started on a Wednesday. But okay, so this would be the first, this would be the second. And then how I break it up, I would put, whatever I have to do here, just in short terms, like um, meeting. And then if it's something that has more specifics, the box will correspond with that, with more of the detailed information that I needed. So, but since I don't have my, I have to fill this out and I got to go make all my other pages before I start loading in my calendar type things. But this is just an idea of some of the ways that you can start planning your, oh, you know what? And I did like, let's put some of the purple because I thought the purple looked really pretty as well. So we can just add some more color to our pages, break it up a little bit more. And this is just the residual ink that's already on my brush, so it's going to give it off just a really light coloring. And again, you can always go in here and add some more of your dots or whatever that you need it to be. Okay, So this is just some ideas, and I still have, oh, you know what? Normally I would. So I know it's still January on my weeklies. Put this here, like so. And then we even have, so we could even put cute little real tree, other trees with, oops, put those in there. And then I still have, more stickers that I can keep going because I still have those other pages that I need to do. So let's see what we can, maybe we'll put a couple of, well, this one will be cute to put on top of my legend, like so. And then I could mix in some of those other snowflakes in with the pages. Got one more here. So lots of fun things you can do when you are decorating your planner. Okay, so that's January. Next month, meet me back here for February. February is hedgehogs. I did not make it Valentine's inspired with pinks and stuff because I know not everyone does, because then that would mean March would be green for St. Patrick's Day and blah, blah. So I tried to stay away from doing traditional colors in that respect, but hopefully I will see you guys next time. Until then, bye.